Okay. Hi, Richard. This is Anna Ng from Client-Centric Property, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Anna here. And today, actually, I have my friend here, Richard, with me. Richard has been with me, my friend, since our MARKHAN days back in 2003, right? 2003,
2003 or 2004, I can't
23
remember. Yeah, around
对
there.
around there.
Yes.
I think I 22岁我就认识你 so it's 2002 to 2003 about there. So we were colleagues in MARKHAN doing credit collections, and Richard is actually working in the legal department with all the court documentation and submission. So actually, Richard did a lot of work for us as well. Okay, so Richard is also an avid hobbyist for photography. But what is our agenda tonight is that we all have a message to share tonight. Okay, so but before we do that, it's actually about COVID. So before we do that, let me share the link with Richard right now. It will take me 2 to 3 minutes, Richard. I send you the link. You see whether you can receive or not. Hang on,
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a minute,我 a few minutes, 我先把我们这个 link send 给你。
Yeah, sure.
Copy. I'll send it to your WhatsApp. Okay. So I send it to you. Then you see whether are you able to see it or not,
Yep, I can see the link.
可以哈，好。Okay. So Richard, do you mind sharing with us a bit about yourself tonight? Are you a single man or married man? And if you have any children?
Okay, I'm married actually. I've been knowing Anna, I think, since like 2004, just like you said earlier. So it's like
2003,
very
2002.
17 years. 17 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was single then. I was single. So eventually I got married, and now I am blessed with actually 3
Beautiful
daughters.
girls.
Yeah, so it's all girls. So if me and Anna combine together, the whole family will have mostly girls.
Mostly girls. So we can become great buddies because I have 2 girls and he has got 3 girls. And then we even bring the children out before to play. Let them play.
Yeah. Actually, they met once. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they met once. Yeah.
Okay. So don't be mistaken. Richard is taken. He has a beautiful wife also in Singapore. Okay. So right now, Richard, so do you mind sharing with us a bit about your job nature? Actually, which industry are you working in right now?
I was in the law firm, as what Anna has said. Now I'm actually working in a bank. I'm in a bank, but it's a UOB. It's a UOB. However, it's not in Singapore. It was actually located overseas. So I'm in a credit line. Yeah, basically just banking sector, as you know.
So Richard, I know your job requires you to fly quite a bit, right? Singapore, Indonesia.
Actually, the reason I'm flying is because I work in Indonesia, and my family is actually in Singapore. So my job itself does not really require me to fly, but it's a family commitment that I need to fly here and there, you see.
Oh, okay. So the job actually is situated in Indonesia.
Yep, you're right.
And then because family is in Singapore, so you fly to Singapore. Okay. So I remember sometime last year you were considered stuck in Indonesia, right? Because of the COVID?
Yeah, because of the stupid COVID-20 March. It was March actually. I still remember. In fact, it's actually I think around mid of March where the government announced that when you are back, when you're actually flying overseas and you're back, you need to be quarantined. So that time I was in the airport, and during the announcement was actually late afternoon. My flight was actually night. So at that flight, in fact, a lot of people actually go out and actually go home, cancel the flight on the spot, because eventually when they are still they decided to go, coming back they will have to be quarantined. So that's the night where the government announced the so-called quarantine day.
Quarantine. So you mean flying from Indonesia back to Singapore, they need to be quarantined in Singapore for 14 days, is it?
Yep, I remember so, yes.
So for yourself, actually, when is the month that you managed to fly back to Singapore, despite all these COVID measures?
Okay, I used to fly back like
Mm.
almost every month,
Mm.
twice a month actually, or maybe
Mm.
more than
Mm.
twice a month. So
That's nice. Mm.
during the March, after March, the first time I'm flying back here was actually on, let me remember, I think it's mid of
Mm.
May during Idul Fitri, Hari Raya.
Mm. Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
because
Hari
there was a
Raya.
long holiday, so yeah, I decided to actually fly back. Yeah,
And then you all know,
however, yeah, quarantine lah, I'm
Richard's
being quarantined.
children very small only. Richard is not that old. Richard is very young. So Richard, your three girls, how old are they right now?
They are at P4, P2, and P1.
P4, P2, and P1. Okay.
Yeah,
So you flew back last year sometime May to June period.
May to I think end of June or early July, I can't remember, or mid of July.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
So when flying back, has it ever occurred to you that actually taking the flight may run a risk of catching COVID?
During that time, in the month of March, the
Mm.
case of COVID has just started in Indonesia. The Indonesia
Mm.
detected the cases late, so
Mm.
uh, being in my age, right, I thought that I should be okay. I mean, I'm not being arrogant, but okay, I'm quite okay. So I don't think I will catch I'll catch such virus. So in
Mm.
fact, during May, flying back, quarantine 14 days, uh, so far so good. No swab test done
Mm.
by then. Just a
Mm.
quarantine. No
So
fever,
before
nothing.
you
Then
flew
yes,
back,
you're
you need
released.
to check your temperature, everything lah. Do you need to do a swab before you board the plane and stuff like that?
No, during May that time still no nothing.
Mm.
You just need
Okay,
to be quarantined in Singapore.
I see. So then,
Yep.
after you fly back, was there any problems for you during the period of quarantine? Did you actually get to meet your wife when you landed in Singapore at the airport?
No, not at all.
Mm.
So
Not at all.
May was a very quiet period because I think Singapore has just started the so-called. I mean, Singapore cases was actually in peak. I think around
Mm.
May to July
Mm.
or what, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it was a very quiet flight. My
Mm.
flight, I remember, I still managed to take a photo with the captain of the plane.
Okay. Okay.
The whole flight, the passenger. I mean, the passengers, I think there are only three of us. There are only three of us flying from Indonesia to from Jakarta to Singapore. Only three of us,
In the
excluding
entire
the
plane
yeah,
or
in the
in the
entire flight,
cabin?
excluding excluding the
Okay.
captain and the stewardess. So it's very quiet flight.
So it's like a private jet lah. So only 3%. Very
Yeah, not really.
okay, okay. So
Yeah,
the food was actually very blissful, lah, I would say. Not many people, so you feel more comforted, right?
yeah.
Safer. Okay. But after when you landed back in Singapore and during the quarantine, was there any discomfort, or was it that time that you caught the COVID?
No. During May, I'm fine. During May, I'm fine. In fact,
Mm.
I was quite comfortable because
Mm.
the accommodation, everything was not subsidized. It's actually paid by the
Mm.
government.
I
And I was
see.
quarantined in this Swiss hotel, so
Mm.
it's a good hotel, as you can see, and I
Mm.
got a very good view. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. During that period, May.
Mm. This Swiss hotel is in City Hall, that one, is it? Used to be Westin,
Yep.
is it?
The
Ah,
Stanford
okay.
City Hall. Yes.
Okay, okay. That's a very
Mm.
nice hotel. I used to work there
Yeah,
also.
that's a very nice hotel. Yeah, it's very nice hotel. So 14 days
Yes.
inside. I mean, of course, you get bored sometimes. After 2 or 3 days, you get bored of the food,
Mm.
and then you
Mm.
can just stay in the room.
Mm. Do you get to
But
actually go around the hotel, or no? You just have
no,
to
no,
stay in
no,
the
no,
room?
not at all.
I see.
You got to stay inside. You got to stay inside.
Okay, so I actually read your blog that is it that period, that time when you were staying inside the Swiss hotel and then you felt really cold? Is it that point? You felt
No,
cold
no.
then?
That was my second time back, which is actually just
Oh,
last November.
oh, I see. Okay, so the first time
Mm,
was fine. Actually, no problem. No
no, no
problem.
problem
You
at
flew
all.
back to Indonesia again after that.
Yep.
Okay. Then November you flew back here again. And that's when you felt cold
Yes,
quarantine. I see. But
yes.
the November when you flew back, was it more people on the flight already, or
the flight to Singapore start to resume normal already. So Singapore has passed the peak period, and they have already started opening up to those I mean to those not tourists those PR or whoever that is actually flying. So the situation is not that bad. The flight is actually half full, but it's still definitely crowded than the first time I'm flying back lah.
I see. So were you like
Yep.
given first class service, or is just a normal economical flight for you? And then I believe they give you the social distancing, right? Because it was only half full.
Yes, there was no budget flight at that moment, because I think budget flight most of the budget flight was actually closed. Yeah, so there is only this Indonesian Airlines, which is the Garuda, and then the SQ. So I choose the SQ. One thing I can take note is that they don't care about how many kgs of luggages or baggage that you actually brought. So they just want to minimize. They just want to actually minimize the contact. So everything that can be actually put into the baggage, they will put into baggage. Check in. So they ask us to actually try to minimize the contact inside the plane. My stuff was actually more than 30 kgs, I remembered. So I said that, hey, this is more already, and it's still within my hand carry limit. So I said I'll just carry it. I don't want to pay extra. But at the end of the day, they said no, it's fine. It's free.
Okay.
So
in order to have that kind of social distancing within the plane, they actually give you a bit of allowance on your baggage and stuff, so that you can check them in and reduce and minimize all the contact point, right?
Yep, you're right.
Okay, so then this time in November, which is last year when you came back, so can you share with us which hotel this time you stay? Is it still the Swiss hotel or?
No. This time was at Regent Hotel at Orchard.
Okay, do you need to pay this time?
Yep. Because I have used up the 2K flat for 14 days.
14 days, 2,000. Then how about the food given to you? Was it from the hotel itself, or actually dedicated from outside?
From the hotel. However, I can actually, of course, order the food outside if I wanted to.
Okay. So how was this time hotel stay different from the last round? Is there any difference?
The stay was quite comfortable. I mean, if you're asking me about the hotel, except the view. However, this time the hotel was not feeling well. I was not feeling well. I was feeling like cold. And in fact, I remember for the first 2 days or 3 days, I actually totally shut down the aircon. I did not use aircon at all, and I still feel cold. But actually, there was no fever at all. You see, so I thought I'm fine. It's just a normal cold. There are a little bit of body ache. You see, so
body ache. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't suspect anything. Actually,
your body ache is whole body or just the arms and legs, or is it more of the waist area or what?
More. I think more on my back. I think so. I don't sleep comfortably. You see.
Okay. So it's very normal, because all of us tend to have this kind of ache at this age.
Yeah. I thought it's normal. Yeah, once in a while, you see.
So when you feel cold, there was no fever. Was there any like runny nose or like teary eye?
A bit of runny nose. When I feel cold, a bit of runny nose. But again, I used to have a runny nose. I suspect I have a sinus. So runny nose sometimes is quite common for me, you see. So
yes.
Yeah, I have this cross my mind a bit lah, but I don't really think about it, you see, until I think day number 10 or 11, I can't remember. So before I check out, is a requirement for those quarantine to be swabbed, to be okay. So day 10 or 11, I can't remember. They did the swab on me, and then the next day immediately I was being called, and the result was actually positive. And I was surprised. During day 10, 11, I am totally fine already. I was totally fine already. I'm totally okay already. So no more flu, no more running nose, no more cold, you see. So yeah, so I'm just surprised lah. Then
Mm.
I will have to be placed. I was actually again uh sent to the hospital and Alexandria Hospital at that
Mm.
time.
Okay.
Okay, so after 2 or 3 days, they actually
Mm.
moved me to the recovery center in this D resort at Pasir Ris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
the first time you fly back to Singapore, was there a swab done for you on the 10th day
no,
or something? No. Everything was
no.
fine because you also don't feel unwell, right? That time there wasn't anything.
Yes,
Then this time, is it because you said you felt cold, so they did a swab for you, or everybody is compulsory to do on?
everybody. Yeah, yeah.
I
It's the new regulations.
Okay. So did you
Mm.
feel like you were breathless or you couldn't breathe well on the 10th day when they discovered you, or the 11th?
Not really. It was actually more
Mm,
on the first few days.
mm,
So during the first few days when I felt cold, I still try to I still try to
mm,
force myself to do a exercise daily because I mean you stay in
mm.
the hotel,
Nothing to do.
yeah, nothing to do. I mean after work sometimes you got nothing to do.
Mm,
So instead
mm,
of watching movie binge at Netflix, so I try to spend some time to do the exercise.
mm,
So usually I will do like 20-30 minutes exercise, a quick one.
mm,
I'm
mm,
fine. I'm quite okay. But
mm.
during that few days, after just around like 10 minutes, I can feel like my breath is like, I mean,
Getting
catching very fast
thinner.
on me. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'm getting
okay.
tired very soon, very fast. But it's
Okay.
not until that kind of like you cannot breathe, like you have
Mm.
asthma or what. It's just you can feel that you get tired very, very
Momentarily,
fast.
I
Yep,
see.
yep, yep,
Okay.
yep. That
So,
was the
but
first
then
few days.
you didn't think of highlight to anyone because you felt you still can take it it wasn't that bad, right?
Mm,
Quite normal,
it
as
wa-
in a
quite
slight.
normal, quite normal. Yeah. Again, I thought it's because I felt cold. So
Mm,
when I do the exercise, maybe I'm not that fit. So I
mm,
get tired easily. You see. So
mm,
yeah. For
mm.
2 or 3 days, I felt like that. So
Okay.
uh, again, I actually don't 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 really cross my mind. Yeah, it crossed my mind a
Okay.
little bit, but I didn't really think that I will get it.
Mm. So,
Yeah.
Richard, do you mind sharing with us, since after they swab you and they find that you have this COVID situation in your body, then they send you to the hospital, right? Did they do give you any medication or anything, or just isolate you?
Mm, Nah, that's a part. So
Mm.
again, this is just for me. I'm
Mm.
not saying this on behalf of everyone. And
Okay.
I know that the COVID, in fact, actually react differently in
Yes.
each individual. So for me,
Yes.
I think I'm quite fine. So the first day, I
Mm.
think they do
Mm.
many tests. They do some X-ray,
Mm.
normal, of course, temperature taking, blood
Mm.
check,
Mm.
as well as what else? The things that they put in the finger, your blood pressure. Yeah.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So the test I think take 2 days. It's called a serology test.
Mm.
Okay. So the
Okay.
serology test actually come back positive. Come back positive.
Mm.
Positive means that you have an antibody and the virus actually so-called pass through your body. Okay,
Mm.
means to say that the period of this virus in your body is actually has over lah. For how many days
Oh,
they cannot be
you
sure.
lost
They
to
cannot
your
be
own
sure.
antibodies, your own body fight back this virus.
Yes,
So actually, you didn't
yes.
take any medication. They just did a test on you to see how are you
No,
reacting to it.
no. They
Ah.
they were not. They are not. No medication at all. But of
Mm.
course, they check. They check. The nurse is coming up and check on you daily lah.
Mm.
I think twice or 3 times daily. I can't remember.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
so they are
during
monitoring closely
uh,
your temperature, your body.
mm.
Yeah.
Then during the period when you stay in the hospital, when they're doing all these tests on you, was your appetite normal? Did you manage to eat, or you actually have no appetite to eat anything, or was it tasteless like most people say? Tasteless.
Nope, nope. In fact, after so many days in the hotel, I find the hospital food it tastes very nice. Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
because been eating almost the same thing.
really
You see, they repeat the menu. So yeah, when I moved to
hotel
the hospital, wow, it's like something very new. So it
delicacy.
tastes good. Yeah. And then you
You're very
can
humorous.
you feel
So,
safe. You feel safe
mm,
because you're in the hospital, and you know
yeah,
that you are being
yeah.
monitored like 24
Mm, mm,
24/7. You
mm.
and you can
Okay.
ask for extra Milo, extra Milo, extra things if you're hungry.
Biscuit.
Biscuit, yeah. While in the hotel, you can't. You got to order a Grab, yeah, delivery, wow,
Oh,
and the
oh, that's
process,
more
yeah,
money.
you got to wait very long. Yeah.
Okay. So can I check with you? Do you mind sharing with us the serology test that you mentioned? How was it taken? Because the swab, we all know they poke something into our nose. Some people got it on the mouth. They put
It's
inside the mouth too. Yeah. So
it's,
what is
it's
this
just a
test?
normal blood test. It's just a normal blood
Oh,
test.
okay.
So they just draw blood. They just draw blood.
Is it a
So
lot of
the
blood?
technical, no lah, it's just a tube, I think. So how do they come up with the
A
positive,
tube.
negative? That one I don't know. Yeah.
How big is the tube?
No, no lah,
I'm
not
scared
that
of
big.
blood.
Just
10
a
ml.
normal.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember, but just a normal tube. Like
Okay.
when
So
you do
not
the
too bad.
checkup, you see.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Okay. So
Mm.
so after this incident, and then they told you finally the COVID actually has lost to your own antibodies. So you actually
Yes.
overcome this virus. How do you feel about this whole ordeal? During the period when you caught it, you realized that you caught it. What's the first thing that actually came to your mind?
Mm, I was like, I mean, shit, man. I mean, I can't imagine that I got it myself, you see. But since that I am fine, I mean, my body is fine. I don't feel breathless at all. So
Mm,
I'm quite confident that I will actually get back soon lah. But the only thing is that I have to stay longer in the recovery center, you see. So
mm,
when you are positive, the law or it require you to actually stay another 7 days in the recovery center to make sure that
mm,
you're okay before you're going
mm.
back.
I
Mm.
see. But I mean, did you ever like at one moment felt like negative, like, oh shit, what if I die? Then my children, how my wife, how has it
Um,
ever crossed your mind?
not until that, yeah, not until that point yet, not until that point yet. But yeah, I'm worried that if I'm out and the virus does not really flush out from my body, because I got my parents
Mm,
visiting me, or my staying with me, so I just
mm,
afraid that it will actually, yes, spread to them. You see, this one nobody
mm.
know one ma. Yeah,
Oh, you mean
but
oh you mean at that point you thought, shit, what if I actually got it earlier, but no, it was
so
undetected.
that
Then
that
I might
that,
have
that was
passed away.
during checkout, because sorry,
Ah,
maybe jump a little bit.
mm,
So during checkout,
mm,
there was actually no more tests being done on you, as long
mm,
as you're fine, because according to the study,
mm.
it is actually said that after certain
You're clear.
days,
Mm,
the virus will no longer contagious. So don't worry
mm.
about spreading it to other people. So
Okay.
yeah, and
Okay.
I mean, I'm not the expert.
Mm,
Of course, I'm worried because I've got
mm,
two elderly parents, and I got my daughter
mm,
staying together
mm,
all, you see. So
mm.
I'm a bit worried lah. But the doctor assured
Mm,
me that, yeah, nothing
it's
that you need
fine.
to scared of lah. It's fine lah. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
So did you after you go home, right? After everything cleared for you, after you go home, did you still choose to distance yourself away from your children or
For a
your older
while.
kids for a while?
For a
Huh?
while. Yeah, for a while. So I
Okay.
dare not be like too near. I mean, dare not be like kiss them directly in the face, or
Mm,
those kind of thing, for a while, just for a while. Couple of days
mm,
I feel I'm fine, so
mm, mm,
nothing's wrong, so it's
mm,
fine lah. So it's fine. But actually after a week, there was a bit of scary things. Yeah, so
mm.
my mom actually got a fever. My
Oh,
mom got a fever.
then you
Yeah,
were worried,
so
huh? That
wow,
like
I
what if
feel
what if? Okay.
yeah. But actually, when you got a fever, you got to do a swab. So my mom did a swab, and fortunately, the test come out is actually negative. It's a normal fever lah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. So but you remain positive. I would say you remain positive all the way. You didn't think like, oh shit, I died, then how, then my wife how, my children how. You didn't think about that. You just concentrate to get whatever treatment is necessary or whatever medical procedure, and then
Mm.
choose to believe that you will be fine eventually. You will hold on.
Uh, yes. I think that
Mm,
is the most important. Yeah, that is most
mm,
important thing in your mind.
mm,
Yeah. So being positive, staying positive is one of the key that I can actually pass all this. Being
Thank you
locked
so
in the room,
much. We all
being
need
locked
this.
in the room yourself, being
Yeah,
locked in
yeah,
the room yourself, sometimes it can be very stressful.
yeah.
It's like a 14 days and you
Yes,
couldn't do anything about it.
yes.
Aside from working, watching the show or exercising, you really can't do anything
Mm,
about it. For
yes.
14 days, you're not allowed to meet anyone at all. It can be quite stressful. So being
Mm,
positive, staying positive, and uh, it actually gave time for us to reflect on ourselves as well. During that
mm,
calm time, it's really calm. No
mm,
one is around, no one disturb you. So just stay
mm,
positive and uh, yeah,
mm.
and think of what you can do. You see, once you're
And
out,
draw
so
the
what do you want to do?
positivity from the universe. Draw it,
Yeah,
and
it
then
has
you
to.
triumph over it, right? Mm.
Mm.
Okay, okay. So Yan Chong says actually your body immune system must be strong to fight the coronavirus. So I would like to share more about Richard is that since I knew him back in 2002, 2003, he has always been a very self-sacrificing person in terms of work, be it his attitude to any challenge that come head on, right? He's always, Jayla, Jasmine, thanks, say hello. So she's here watching you. So Richard has always have this never say die attitude, and we all are very grateful for him to be with us, during the time we were working in MARKHAN, as well as he's given us a lot of support. And until today, this day, he's always trying to help us in whatever way he can. And I can see that from this situation here, he didn't remain, daunted. He was just pressing on, keeping his good faith and positive for everybody, including his family. And then at the same time, I also find that Richard 很难得 because you actually think more of others first before yourself. You think like, oh, I better distance myself from you all so that I hope that you all don't catch it. So this is really a very generous way of thinking. So
Oh,
I hope today you all have gotten something important from Richard. Richard, do you have any important words to share with our viewers today?
mm, I think 你有一点太夸奖. Thanks anyway. But I think it's everybody will do the same lah. When you feel you're fine, the next thing in your thought would be, will this actually spread to my closest one or my relative or whoever that come near me? So
Mm,
uh, I think I have actually spoken what need to be spoken. That I think stay positive is one of the main thing that need to stay on top of us lah. Need to stay on top of
mm.
everyone, not only me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Anna.
actually, you see, Richard, why are we interviewing him today? Is to share with you that although COVID is a very scary virus, but we have people amongst us, like himself, is a warrior who actually overcome everything. And then with his positive attitude, right now he's trying to spread this positivity to you, as well as everyone who may be watching this right now. That just keep on your strong good faith, be positive, and also be very considerate for others. If you really think that you might have caught it or what, please try to distance yourself and not to spread further, right? So
Uh,
okay. So
yep,
Richard,
yep.
besides all this, did you take any supplements along the way, or on your own, or you actually just normal your
Vitamin C lor.
diet and huh?
Yeah, the vitamin C lah, just a vitamin
Ah,
C. Yep,
okay,
yep,
okay, okay.
yep.
Can.
Okay, just last thing, right?
Mm,
I'm lucky to survive this. I'm lucky to survive this, and of course, everyone certainly hope that this pandemic will actually end very soon. Correct?
mm,
Okay.
mm,
I think some of us, especially people in Singapore, because
mm,
the cases has come down. A lot of us actually upset because that we couldn't travel. Couldn't have a actually big gathering,
mm,
uh,
mm.
and couldn't lead the usual lifestyle that you used to lead. Yeah, but then
Freedom. Yeah.
yeah, correct. But we got to remember. I think a lot of people out there has actually lost something bigger. You see, some of
Mm,
us has actually
yes.
lost some income. Yeah,
Mm.
those people that I know, especially back in Indonesia, a lot of my friend or relative has actually lost their loved one because of this COVID
Mm.
as well. So it's not
Mm.
something that you can actually
Prevent.
play with. Like don't take this pandemic lightly. So
Mm.
my advice is really just stick to the whatever health protocols that is actually available or around you or your country.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay. So Richard,
So
people will be wondering, were you a good man on the plane to wear your mask and only take it out when you want to eat? Or actually on the plane there's no food
mm,
when
on
you
the
flew back?
plane, yes, there is food, but then
Mm.
it's not business as usual. So when
Mm.
you are actually boarding the plane, the food was
Mm.
actually placed outside in a plastic. So everything
Mm.
was put in a plastic, so there is no service at all.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
So they make it really
Uh,
very individual for everyone, so to
yep.
prevent all kinds of contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a light food lah. So it's not that the food that
Mm.
you usually eat in the plane. You
Mm.
see.
I
Mm.
see. Okay. So Yan Chong asked who is Richard. Yan Chong, if you're still watching this, Richard is my very good friend from our MARKHAN days when we used to work in a law firm doing credit collections. So Richard has been giving us the biggest support since those days in the legal documentation department. Okay. So he also do a lot of things for my boss also those days. Yeah. Our boss like to bully him. Okay. So, but anyway, I really thank you, Richard. And this time I heard you are still going back to Indonesia for your work, right? So you
Uh,
like you will be considering to take the vaccination. Will you have any priority to take the vaccination this time?
actually,
Mm.
no. I don't have the priority for vaccination yet.
Okay.
Probably the the last priorities are
Mm,
those frontline will be actually taken first. So
I
yeah,
see.
I
So,
tried to call. They
so
said no.
you
You can't take
mm.
it first.
Oh,
Yeah.
even though you previously already got it, they still don't want to give you.
Yeah. In fact, actually, they were saying that for the next 6 or maybe to 9 months, you are quite safe because
Mm,
there's an antibody there already.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Can.
Mm.
So this time you said you'll be flying sometime next week already, right?
Yep. I'll be flying again next week actually back to Indonesia.
And this time how long you will be away from home?
Mm, hopefully by mid of the year or during
Mm.
the Hari Raya, I can fly back again.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
So I
And
really hope that you fly back safe this time. Fly there safe and fly back safe this time.
yeah, me too,
Your
me
life
too.
your life actually help a lot of people to lead up their path as well by this sharing tonight. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of our friends they really benefited from your sharing. Even though right now I only see one viewer, but you know that actually this live video will go on in the Facebook, and then the next day, the next day, anyone who wants to see will also be able to access to this. I'll also be placing this
Sure,
under
Anna.
YouTube, and then I'll share the channel and the link with you as well. So
Sure.
really, really thank you, Richard. So see when you can, then maybe we should have a gathering with you, and then yeah. So
Yeah, sure.
很久没有见面了。Yes,
Thanks a
yes,
lot. Thanks for your time.
yes. Thank you so much for your precious time tonight, Richard. And then your
Okay.
girls sleep already. Your
Yeah,
three girls
the
sleep
girls are
already.
sleeping already. Yeah.
Okay. Can 可以 了. So if you would like to give anything to the viewers tonight, any
Mm,
words of encouragement?
has been given earlier. So
Okay.
thanks a lot. Thanks for the time.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Richard. And so we can end off
Okay.
this podcast. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye,
Okay.
Anna. Good
Bye
night.
bye. Good night.
Yeah.